Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first Dream Team chat of May. I'm so excited to be here with you guys on Cinco de Mayo. So tonight we are talking about the brand new recruiting incentive that Sensi just announced just a few days ago, that has already started. It started May 1st, and it is solely responsible. Sorry, it is solely um, regarding sponsoring, which might scare some people, and I get it. I totally understand, especially coming from our big trip incentive this last fall, where sponsoring points were not necessary to earn that trip, which was incredible. I think it was a really awesome opportunity for us to get excited and get motivated and kind of experience what's possible for us just based off of what we can do and maybe what our already established team can do. And there were multiple ways that you could have earned that incentive. And I really pushed for that kind of idea because I wanted as many people to earn that incentive who didn't feel like sponsoring was their strong point. But what we know about Sensi is that in the past, their big trip incentives did require sponsoring, and it focused on areas of your business that would um, prove to be fruitful in the long run, right? Sensi is all about being well rounded and about future growth and stability for your business, for Sensi as a company. And so that obviously always includes sponsoring or always has, because let's be honest, I know we've all heard this before, but if you're not growing, you're dying, you know? And like that's the unfortunate truth about these kinds of things is that if something isn't experiencing growth, no matter how slow it is, right? But if something's not experiencing growth, then it's dying. And I think we're a long ways away from Sensi dying. But the truth of the matter is that there has been such a slowdown in sponsoring that Sensi's trying to figure out, hey, what do we do? How do we encourage that behavior again? How do we invite people in? And I think Sensi's done a really great job at listening to consultants and taking a look around at the world around us and seeing what's changing, what do people want, what's the field saying, what's Gen Z doing, what are the trends. And that's why we've seen things like the rebrand, the beautiful rebrand of our catalog and our warmers and our packaging and so many other things that Sensi has taken notice and has pivoted on. And many things that they said in the past that they may not do, they're doing because they want to encourage us to invite others into this space, but also for it to look appealing just in general. We want to be the it company. We want to be the place where people feel at home. We want to be the place where people want to come and want to bring everybody that they know. And I firmly believe that Sensi is that company and has always been that company. But like anything, we have to adapt and we have to be willing to stretch and we have to be willing to pivot and we have to be willing to change what we've always done so that we can do something different and get a better result or get the same result, but it just looks differently, right? And so we are seeing small pockets of growth. Okay. We have seen a trending upwards in Sensi with new consultants, and that's amazing. And we've seen pockets of that happening. But since he says we really need to amp it up. And so, like I was talking about before, they have a goal for us this year to bring on 36,000 new people into Cincy. And I just think that's a big number. And when I think about it, like just like instantly, I'm like, holy cow, 36,000. But then I think with how many consultants there are and how many people we all know who aren't a part of Cincy, that's actually such a small number. A very small percentage of us actually just have to bring in one person and that number is met. And it's going to feel like a huge boom. Okay. And so this incentive specifically, the 90 days, 10 for four, is um, a really specific incentive geared towards that sponsoring number. Okay. But what I appreciate about this incentive, as uh, scary as it might be to think about what this requires of us, the prizes and the rewards that Scentsy is offering is something I've never seen before. And we have someone here who's been here for 18 years, and but I've been here for almost 9, so almost half that. And I've never seen anything like this before. I've never seen Scentsy offer these kinds of prizes before. And so I just think that that speaks to how willing they are to go outside of their comfort zones and do stuff that they've never done because they know that they're asking us to do things that we've never done before. Okay, they've never done such a pointed sponsoring incentive. But I think that this is going to grow us in some incredible ways. And I think that if I put my mind to this and do things that I've never done before, my business is going to look drastically different in 4 months. Okay. And your business will look drastically different in 4 months. And Scentsy as a whole will look drastically different in 6 months or a year. Like, I'm so excited to see what comes of this. And I can tell you from a leader standpoint, our leaders are feeling the fire. Like, we are excited, we are inspired, we are seeing the turn of what used to be like doom and gloom, like a fear-driven type of reaction to like, this is it, this is home. We're fighting for this. Like, this is where we want to be, and we're going to tell everybody that this is where they should be. And that pumps me up seeing other people excited like that. And so this incentive, the details of it, and regardless if sponsoring has ever been your strong point before, maybe you've never sponsored anybody, or maybe it's not come easy to you. It hasn't come easy to me either, to be honest. Regardless of where you stand with your feelings on this incentive, I want to just talk facts to you. Okay. And I just want to lay out some things. I want to lay out the details for you. I want to lay out what you're going to earn if you go for this and you do it. And then I want to give you the tools to do it. Okay. Because I have learned a lot, especially in the last year, that uh, feelings come second to what the facts are, and that if I just do what I need to do, things will happen regardless of how I feel, good, bad, or indifferent, right? And I know that we've seen that in our lives in different ways. Regardless of how I feel, things are happening, and I can either do it and go with it and make my moves, or I can sit still. But things are going to do things without me, without my feelings being a part of it. And so I want you to, if you can, just set aside your feelings, listen to the facts, and accept the tools, and then let's see what happens, right? It just takes effort, and it just takes a growth mindset, right? The ability to not be stuck in one place, but to consider something different and do something that makes you uncomfy. Okay? Because this is uncomfy for me. This is very uncomfy for me, but I'm willing, and I hope you're willing too. Okay? So let's talk about what the facts are. All right. So this incentive, like I said, started May 1st. And it will go until July 31st of 2026. Okay, so we've got 4 months. That's where that number comes in. No, we have 3 months. We have 3 months, 90 days, sorry. 90 days, 3 months to do this. Okay, so you must sponsor 10 new consultants. Okay, now, new meaning never been with Scentsy before, or new meaning they've been gone longer than 2 years, 2 years or more, and they join as a new consultant. So if you've never been through this process before, if you are having a conversation with somebody and they say, oh, yes, I used to be with Scentsy before, and previously you can't, I mean, still, they can log back into their workstation to reinstate their account. Okay. And it will give them the option, if they've been gone longer than 2 years, to sign up as a new consultant. Okay. And so when they do that, it'll take them back to your PWS to purchase a kit. And they can start for $9, right? That Smart Start kit is $9. So if they've been gone longer than 2 years and they purchase a kit, they count as a new consultant. Okay. So brand new or new as of 2 years prior. Okay. Reinstatements So people who have not been gone that long and just want to reinstate their account do not count for this. Okay, so your reinstatements do not count. So sponsoring 10 new consultants in 3 months. Okay, we can do that. Totally can do that. All right, that's going to require a lot of conversations. Okay, but we'll talk about that. Okay, the second qualification is every one of those at least 10 new consultants must have one verifiable customer order. Okay, so what that means is they cannot go, I mean, they can, but it won't count. They must have a customer, friend, family, bestie, brother, coworker, neighbor purchase either from their PWS or they can do it from their workstation. But in order for it to be counted as a customer, the customer information must be inputted. So email, phone number, etc., must be of somebody else's, not that consultant's, obviously, right? So one verifiable order from that new consultant as a customer. Okay. So 10 orders from your 10 new consultants from a customer of their own. Okay. Does not have to be active. They don't, none of that. Okay. Additionally, and finally, the last qualification for this incentive is for out of those, at least 10 consultants have 4 promotions. Now, those 4 promotions could come from one of your new consultants. Okay. So if one of your new consultants is a rock star and they promote from essential to certified, okay, and then certified to lead, and then lead to star, and then star to superstar, boom, 4 promotions. Okay. Those 4 promotions will count for that one consultant for that qualification to be met. Okay. Additionally, you could have 4 of your 10 promote to certified. That would count. You could have 1 promote all the way to lead, and that's 2, and then have 2 others promote to certified, and that'd be 4. Okay, so any combination of promotions within your new consultants, those 10 new consultants, would count. Okay, so obviously, what Scentsy is doing here, and this is, hear me when I tell you, this is a good thing. Okay, because we're not just trying to recruit, sign people up, blah, 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 get them in, and then nothing happened, right? And we've all had people do this, and it's fine, and it is what it is, right? No offense taken. But the reality of it is Scentsy is not going to grow if these people just join and then fall off in a year, right? And do nothing in this business. We're not going to be feeling like we shot out of a cannon. We're not going to be feeling Scentsy 3.0 with 36,000 people who do nothing. Okay, that's literally the most unhelpful thing ever because Scentsy's not doing it for the numbers, Scentsy's doing it for the growth and for the brand awareness and for the stability of the future. Okay, so what Scentsy is encouraging here is for us, right, to exercise our sponsoring skills, but remember, recruiting and sponsoring are 2 different things. Okay, they can go hand in hand, but recruiting is saying, hey, you come with me, let's go. Sponsoring is saying, hey, come with me, hold my hand, we'll go together. Okay, so when you sponsor somebody, it's, you know, the way, you're going the way, so you're showing them the way, right? You're actually sponsoring them and helping them take the next steps in their Scentsy journey, not just filling out some online form and saying, all right, thank you, see you later, right? So they're encouraging you to exercise your sponsoring skills here. And there are lots and lots of resources that have been given to you throughout the years that are still the right resources to use in this journey. Okay, 30 days to certified. Me and Alex did 30 days on this. We have YouTube videos up. We have that new guide that we just did. I can't remember the name of it. Hold on. It was like the quick start guide that we did. We have tons of sponsoring things. And if you need help with this, if you are unsure of your sponsoring skills, we can help you. Okay. Make no mistake, our inboxes are always open. It's not necessarily what tonight is about. However, I want you to feel the most confident walking into this. You don't have to have all the answers, but you're going to be confident in taking the next step. Okay. So again, if sponsoring is not your strong suit, if it's something you've never done before, that's okay. You can still do it. You do not have to have everything figured out right now. The answers are out there. We will find them together. Okay. So the qualifications are those three things that I said. 10 new consultants, 10 brand new consultants that you personally sponsor. Each one of those 10 new consultants has a customer order of their own. Okay. And then within those 10 new consultants, 4 promotions. Honestly, to me, the hardest part about this, not hardest, scariest part is the 4 promotions, right? And that's always the thing is I can't make somebody do the work. I can't make somebody be motivated. I can't pep them up enough. I can't work their back office. I can't talk to their people to get them to work. And that's still true. That's always going to be true. Okay. That's why I believe you're going to have obviously more than 10 conversations with people. And I also believe you are probably going to have to sponsor more than 10 people. Okay. Just throwing it out there. You're probably going to have 50 conversations with people, bare minimum. Okay. You're probably going to have to sponsor half that, maybe 15, 20. You're going to have to aim higher, right? Because the thing about sponsoring, and especially sponsoring with um, intention to grow them as consultants, it's a numbers game. And because not everybody's going to be motivated, not everybody's going to want it, not everybody's going to do what they say and follow through. And that's just how it is. That is just how it is. You can only control what you can control. And guess what? You can control how many conversations you have, and you can control how many open doors, and you can control how many conversations you're having about what this business can offer, and you can control what you're sharing. Okay. So those 3 things are what we need to do to qualify. All right. But let's get to the part that is the motivation and the inspiration, because big picture, guys, big picture, like any incentive, right? We're trying to earn this incentive and we see all these pretty things in front of us. It's like, oh yeah, I want all this stuff, and all this stuff is really great. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited about the stuff, but I can tell you with 100% certainty, and I know that anybody who has earned an incentive will agree with me, especially a trip incentive, or one that is focused on sponsoring, has any part of sponsoring. The bigger picture is your business in 6 months, your business in a year. Okay. And that is why Scentsy does this, is because the growth in your business is important, right? You're laying a foundation of stability, of healthy business, of team building, of you don't want to just build your business wide. You want to build it tall as well, right? And this is how we do this. We grow it out. We expand. And so these things that we can get from this incentive, right? The awards that they're going to give us, the prizes, in my opinion, big picture wise, come second to what your business could look like in 6 months if you recruit 10 new people or 15 new people. Okay, your business will look drastically different in 6 months. And you'll be set up for that next incentive. And I love that we're piggybacking on incentive because please keep me motivated. Keep me reaching for something. I am very goal oriented. And so you put something in front of me and I'm going to do my darndest. Okay. And so, yes, as many carrots as possible. That's a me thing. Okay. That might not be you, and that's okay. But that's a me thing. And so I love the piggybacking off of this, and I love the challenge. Is it a challenge? Yes. It's supposed to be that way. It is supposed to be a challenge. Okay. Um, so what you will earn, and again, this is nothing that I've seen before that Cincy has done as far as the level of some of these prizes. So you're going to earn, you do all of these things, Scentsy exclusive branded item. Okay. So in the past, we have gotten luggage a lot. Luggage has been a very popular item, and make no mistake, I love my luggage. Okay. I have loads of it, and I am so grateful. Um, Additionally, Scentsy at SSC Summit gave superstar directors a Scentsy branded comfort sweatshirt. Okay. Now, Scentsy said that this Scentsy branded item will be somewhere along those lines. So really, really good, useful, trendy item. Okay. So that excites me because I really wanted one of those Scentsy comfort sweatshirts. All right. So I'm excited about that. Um, the next one, this one, $1,000 equivalent, US dollars equivalent that can be used on products, okay, tools, so like in the consultant store, cool, cool. PWS subscription, okay. Think about your PWS being paid off for a year. That's really cool, right? That could help a lot of people. That could take the stress off of a lot of people. Love that. Or you can use that money for a trip buy-in when you earn the trip for the fall incentive. Okay. Never have I ever seen that before. That is so cool. You just tuck away that $1,000 and be like, well, I'm taking somebody with me and it's covered, right? I mean, heck, hopefully you earn all the spots and you can use that $1,000 to so much, right? New products for the new catalog, like limitless. But money, 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 money. Love it. Okay. Additionally, you'll earn, this isn't like a pick one, nothing. You're going to earn all of this. $100 cash. Okay. They're going to slip you $100 bonus per promotion that your new consultants get after you hit the first four. Okay. So if you have 7 people promote out of your 10, that's $300 in addition to the bonuses you'll be earning from your team from all these promotions. Okay. Holy cannoli, you guys. I mean, cash is still king. And especially in this economy, Lord knows I don't want to leave a single dollar on the table. Okay. And so $100 cash per promotion. Money talks. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Some people, most people are highly driven by money. So this is huge. Also, this incentive is sponsoring may seem really scary to us who have been around for a while because we feel like we've talked to everybody, we've recruited all of our people. The conversations aren't happening quite as quickly as they used to. But let me tell you, a new consultant walks into this and they're a little bit motivated and they're a little bit excited, they're going to have no problem earning this incentive. You want to catch some fire underneath your bottom? Recruit somebody who's motivated and watch them recruit their entire network of people just like that. Because when the momentum is flowing and the going gets good, there is no stopping a new consultant from recruiting everybody they know. Okay. So if I'm talking to somebody and I feel like that they're on fire for this business and they're excited about all the things, I'm bringing up this incentive because they're going to have no problem recruiting 10 people and earning this. And as a person who loves to bring other people with me and gets excited about my people doing really well, that will motivate the heck out of me. And I know that a lot of you feel the same way. So be looking and watching for those go-getters that you're recruiting because you will be inspired by what they're doing. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so $100 cash after each promotion. Cool, cool, cool. Earn this incentive. Okay, 10 new consultants, promotions, blah blah blah. You will have earned half. You will have done half of what you need to for the fall trip incentive. Okay, never mind the for the love of warmers incentive already giving you 2,000 points towards your incentive. I don't know what the point structure looks like. I don't know where we're going. I don't know what it's gonna be like. Half. You're telling me I can do half of what I need to do in 3 months with a 6 month incentive? I'm chilling. I'm chilling come fall. That's incredible. So yes, yes, love that. Um, Participation. Okay, we're still on the list of all the things you can earn, by the way. Participation in exclusive mastermind group with Heidi, Dan, and Orville. Okay. Now, I'm in the room with people who have experienced Heidi, Dan, and Orville, and the shock and awe might not be there anymore, or whatever. But I can tell you that part is really, really cool. Because they're talking about things like they want to know, they want to be talking to you about like financial stuff. They want to be talking to you about like creative designs. They want to be talking to you about like future projections. Like you're going to have the voice for decisions that could be made on behalf of your other consultants. Okay. That's a really, really cool room to be in, just period. But also the exclusiveness of this, you can talk to any of your other friends in direct sales, and I can guarantee you that's not happening. Okay. Never have I ever heard of another direct sale company that puts consultants in the same room as CEOs, presidents, and they say, floor is yours. Let me hear what you guys say. Okay. That this is such a cool space to be in. And this is why Scentsy will always be home for me because that amount of input and level of respect that they have for you and your voice and your opinion and what you want is out of this world. So I, I love that. Then the last thing, okay, last but certainly not least, and I had talked about this with a friends warmer, but that was like random. You will be able to design an exclusive warmer or fragrance all of your own, right? You'll get to meet with the design team, the creativity team, the fragrance team, and you'll be able to come up with your own concoction and be in the running to where Scentsy picks one of those warmers or one of those fragrances or one of both. I don't know, one of each. I don't know. That could make it into the next catalog with your name attached to it, by the way. That is freaking cool. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one excited about that. But that whole lot of rewards is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And if that doesn't get your juices going, that's okay. That's okay. But let me make something very clear. I have been in the room with top leaders for the last 4 years. And year after year, we have told Scentsy, these are the things that people want. This is what matters. Money, exclusive access to Heidi and Orville. People just want to talk to them. People just want to be in the same room as them. People want to feel like an exclusive member of this, whatever level they're at. They want to be a part of this. Okay. They want cool, usable things that sure has Scentsy on it, right? They want money to be able to be used for this and this and this. Like these are all things that we've been literally talking about with them for the last 4 years. To me, that's really special because it just goes to show that they listen and they care and they're pulling out all the stops because they know that this is not going to be easy. And you know what? The best things are not easy, but they recognize what they're asking, what they're saying, we're going to give you it all. It's all on the table for you. We're asking you to step outside of your comfort zone to do something that maybe you've never done before. And we're going to give you stuff that we've never done before as a result. And I think that that's really cool. I think that's really cool. And it shows how much this matters. Okay. So you've got the incentive details. You've got what you'll earn. Now all you need is how to do it. Right. But we all know how to have conversations. We all know what the sponsoring looks like for the most part because you're here. So whether you sponsored somebody, you've been sponsored by somebody. And whether your sponsor did a really great job or not such a great job, you know what you would have rather, or you know what you liked that happened. So you can move forward with that information and probably be just fine. But one of the tools that I worked on today that has been like top of mind since this got announced was the world in which we are the world in which we are presenting our business looks different than even from when I started in 2017. Okay. I was doing home parties. I could just I was posting Scentsy like crazy and like to be honest, it sounded very salesy back then, but I didn't care because people were eating it up and people were excited. And I was getting in front of people and talking about Scentsy and like doing all the things. And it worked really, really, really well. Now it just looks different and we have to adapt. And we have been adapting and it's been a little bit of a teeter-totter kind of trial and error. And some of us aren't cool with the error part, and I get that. But what I have noticed from exercising more of a laid back business approach in terms of not being 100% about Scentsy, but sharing more of my life and sharing more about, just things going on and whatever on social media, I have found way more, I've gotten more access to people by doing that because I appear more well-rounded. Okay. And because I'm sharing stories about other things in my life and not just about my business, therefore it's allowed me to connect. Okay. And so this team building thing, this sponsoring situation that we're now a part of that you might be really excited about or really scared about isn't just about signing people up to do Scentsy. Okay. You have to approach this like it's a lived in experience. And what I mean by that is you are literally living in your Scentsy experience. Okay. You have Scentsy in your home. You use Scentsy. You love it because you're here. Okay. You're on the other side. You're not a customer. You're not just a consumer. You're a consultant. Okay. So you are living in the experience and it's your own and it's your personality is now built in to that experience. And what I see all day long on my social media when I am doom scrolling the heck out of my day is people storytelling their experiences. Their experience at the store, their experience at this restaurant, their experience in Disney, their experience at home with their kids, their experience in their marriage. Everything is a story. Everything is an experience about what they're living in. Okay. What we have to do that we've done, we just might have to do it a little bit differently, is to share our experience with Scentsy. And it's the part I have a love-hate relationship with social media. I'll be completely honest, and that might shock some of you. Sometimes I wish I could just go back to having a no internet phone and deactivate all my social media and just see you later. Okay? But the part of me that loves it recognizes that there's power in sharing your stories and that there's connections to be made. What I hate is that when you get on social media, you have about 3 seconds to catch somebody's attention or else they're scrolling by. And people are really stingy with their likes and people are really stingy with their comments and people just don't have time for that, but they'll spend 2 hours doom scrolling. It's crazy out there. Okay. And I get that. And I hate to play into the algorithm thing and I hate to play into all of these unnecessary things, but unless you are putting yourself in front of people and willing to have those conversations in person a lot, you're going to have to step into social media and play the game. Okay? Do both of those things. Okay, put yourself in front of people. I encourage that. That's how I started my business, putting myself in front of people. If you do that or can do that or will do that, please do that. Okay. I still think that's the best way to share Scentsy, getting in front of people. I know Tammy does events. I know Michelle has done events. Um, Events are great. Okay. Putting yourself in front of people, I promise you works. But social media is what we have. And it is a free marketing tool. It is a free opportunity to share your experience with your Scentsy live and in 4K. Okay. So, how does that relate to sponsoring? So glad you asked. Your experience that you are sharing gives people direct access to the business that you are working. Okay. And if you want to elevate the story that you're sharing about Scentsy, not just being fragrance for your home, you have to invite them to the possibility of what it can look like as a consultant, making your home smell good, but also getting paid for it. So you get to, okay, trying to change wording here because truly it's a gift. Okay. We all have this gift of this business. And I know everybody here and hopefully everybody watching the replay believes that Scentsy has given them something that they otherwise wouldn't have. Maybe it's a friendship, maybe it's a trip, maybe it's extra money, maybe it's access to something, but hopefully everybody believes that. Okay. And if it has blessed you in any way, why wouldn't you share it? Right. So you have to take that experience on and you have to wrestle with it and you have to kind of repackage it and tell that story. If that's the only story you have to find new ways to tell the same story. And you know what? Motivational speakers do this all the time. They have like this huge moment in their life and they go on these stages and they tell the same story, but they'll repackage it depending on the audience. Okay. They'll tell it this way for this crowd and this way for this crowd, but it's the same story. And the thing is that you have this gift of this business that has opportunity galore. You have access to extra money. You have access to fragrance. You have access to community and trips and all these things. How are you sharing that story? Right? Just like your customers choose you over all these thousands of consultants, your new recruit is going to choose you over all of these thousands of consultants. Why? Why would they choose you? 99% of the time, they're choosing you because of the story that you shared connected with them, right? And that's why we share our stories, is to connect. We're connecting with people. We're sharing our experience about our business to connect with somebody out there who might be yearning for that same experience or can relate to where you were before the experience. It's about connection, right? So, what are you sharing that is connecting with them? Now, like I said, I have kind of totally changed the way that I show up on social media. I share a lot more about my heart, about things that are real for me in my life that frankly has nothing to do with Scentsy because I recognize I needed to connect with people on a different level. But my idea is that I'm creating this well-rounded version of myself, or I'm putting out this well-rounded version of myself. And so when we connect about this thing over here, they're still being introduced to this Scentsy consultant person over here, right? And I'm still sharing that. So your connection point doesn't have to be about your business, but it could be. And so you have to be sharing it. So that being said, I have created a recruiting content calendar. Okay. Knowing that social media is a part of all of our lives. Okay. We're all on social media because you all found out about this on Facebook. So I know you all are here because of that. This content calendar will give you a hook, what to post, and what kind of post to make, real story post, one for 30 days, one for every 30 days. Okay. That will be an invitation or connection point back to your business. Okay. I made one calendar for 30 days with the idea that this is to be repurposed and recycled. Okay. This is for you to be able to use for the next 3 months, for the next year, whatever. Make it your own, doesn't matter. But you can use this content calendar to get ideas about how to connect, or you can just use what I said. Okay. But it's going to give you exactly what to say, the idea behind this reel that you're going to make as a connection point for your customers or for your people, not just customers, but for your people. Okay. And hopefully it will inspire you to also have conversations with people. Okay. I want to make something abundantly clear. Posting these things and connecting with people in this way is important. Okay. This is not the start and finish. This is not the end all be all. You don't just throw these posts up and then people come banging on your door to join. People are not going to be rushing to your site to join because you post 30 of these. Okay. I don't believe that to be true. This is the open door starting point for connection to take place. Okay. It will require you to still have conversations. It will require you to invite people in. It will still require you to engage with people and to offer the opportunity to people who you've had prior conversations with Um, you'll still have to do work behind this, but this is a starting point that I believe in a social media driven world that will help connect you to the people who could benefit from this business. But it's just giving you the key. Okay. It's just giving you the key to help unlock the door to creativity, to connection, and to engagement. Okay. And for you to find people, you're still going to have to work at it. Okay. So I will be uploading this content calendar. I'll put it in the description on the YouTube channel, but I will also put it in um, on our Facebook page as well. Okay. Use this, take it, make it your own, take a couple ideas, be free thinking with it, right? But the idea is to connect with people. The idea is to share your story, share what's real for you. Okay. Yes, this is the starting point to sponsoring. But then there's that whole other leg of actually being a sponsor. Okay, because we're not just recruiting people. You can't just recruit people and earn this incentive. You have to sponsor. Okay, so that's where all the other content that me and Alex have created or that other people have created, right? You don't like the sound of me and Alex's voice? It doesn't hurt my feelings. You can go on YouTube and find a million different ways to onboard somebody, to sponsor someone. It does not have to come from me. Okay. But you do have access to every single thing me and Alex have ever done. Alex, before I came along, me and her working on things simultaneously on our YouTube channels and on the Facebook page. Okay, you just do a little search, you'll find 30 days to certified. You'll find quick start guide. You'll find YouTube videos with the new consultant guide. Okay, where we did short videos onboarding, what to do with the new consultant. This is just the starting point. This is just your being leaped into success because I want success for all of you and not from a leader standpoint but as a friend standpoint because I recognize how beneficial a booming business would be to my life. I believe it would be beneficial to everybody else as well. Okay, so in my humble little person opinion, with the way that the world is now, people just want a reason to connect. They just want to not feel alone. They just want solutions to the problems that they're having. And all you have to do is pay attention. Put yourself out there, be you, say what's real for you. Okay. But be paying attention to what people are saying because people are telling you what they need. Pay attention to what people are doing. People going out and getting second and third jobs doing DoorDash, Instacart, Uber Eats, all these things. Pay attention. How can this business benefit them? But this incentive, you guys, this recruiting incentive, as scary as 10 new people, as scary as 10 sponsoring 10 new people might be, okay? I think it's scarier to not do that because I don't want to know a world without Scentsy in it. And I don't want to know what my business will look like in 6 months if I don't do this. I'm not saying I'm going to fall apart, but I'm just saying that I want what's on the other side. I want all of these things and I want booming business. Okay. So it's going to take us getting uncomfy. It's going to take us getting outside of our comfort zones and it's going to take us effort. Okay. Effort. It's not, we can't just skate by with selling some warmers and wax. We're going to have to share the opportunity and the gift that this business is. But all of us are capable. and I believe in all of you. And I'm excited that in 3 months we get to celebrate all of the growth that we have established together for other people, right? The introduction into Scentsy for them, but then also the excitement about where our business will be in the future.